good, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to discuss with you guys getting stuck in that fix-it mode when you're doing your self-development, when you're doing your inner work and your healing. So there are like two modes, two forms of self-development, inner work, and healing. Okay, I like to lump all of those three things together because I think they're all the same thing, just on different planes and different dimensions. But when you're doing this, you can kind of get stuck in this, like, I'm not there yet, I need to fix this. Or, you could be doing your inner work for years. I've been doing my inner work since 2017. And I finally gotten to the point that I realized, like, holy crap, you keep trying to fix this thing. I'm trying to fix this thing. You're trying to fix this thing. And you're trying to fix this thing. And you're not recognizing that you are basically doing the work and you are doing the bidding of, like, this shadow and this energy that keeps on telling you that you're not enough, that you don't meet this criteria, that you need to be better, that how you are as you are right now is not good enough. But I've also discovered that through this journey, you are only ever remembering that you were always good enough. So if that's the case, where is this thing coming from that keeps telling me I need to fix this? I need to go back to school. I need to study this. I need to solve this. I need to get this done. Like, I'll be better when this. I'll be better when that. I'll be better when. I'll be better when. When you're hearing those type of words, when you're thinking those type of thoughts, I want you to understand that you're not working with the purest energy in your healing. Okay? And so a lot of the healing, a lot of the inner growth really comes from you recognizing, like, going all the way back through all of whatever the trauma was and simply recognizing that nothing was ever wrong with you. You just simply decided that it was. You just decided that something was. Now, of course, the world is always going to tell you. If you recognize on social media right now, it's almost like you can't scroll past 3 videos without somebody telling you. Like, I was scrolling and this girl was like on a podcast, child, and she was like, what did she say? She said, if you make $50,000, I'm sure she was talking to men, but she was like, if you make $50,000 a year, you don't need to be dating because that's not enough money to be dating. And it's just like, where do you people get qualified to have these conversations? So for a person who's not, like, seated within themselves, who doesn't have a healthy self-concept, who doesn't fully trust themselves, who doesn't have a great inner self-talk, who's probably gone through a lot of, like, critiquing when they were younger and things like that, they'll think like, oh man, I only make 50,000. I'm not good enough. I need to maybe be making, I don't know, $80,000 a year, $100,000 a year in order for me to be worthy of a relationship, in order for me to be worthy of fill in the blank. You know what I'm saying? But you have to understand that these are shadows of the world. These are darknesses. These are other people's insecurities. These are inner critics. These are how you have the bad angel and the good angel. That's the bad angel. Okay? Because at the core of it, when you come back to God, when you come back to source, and when you come back to the center of yourself, you realize that you are perfect as you are. Now, in that energy, you still grow, of course. You still expand your consciousness. You are never going to remain the same person forever. That's not an actual thing because everything is constant. Everything is always moving. Everything is always growing. So no matter which side, good side or bad side, I really don't want to get into all of that, but no matter what algorithm you're in, there's going to be growth. It's all just a matter of how is that growth taking place? Is it taking place from a lower energy of I'm not good enough, or is it taking place of growth because I am good enough? So it doesn't matter if I'm making $50,000 a year. I'm out here looking for my wife because I already know I'm making 50K now, but I'm already whatever, I'm on track. I'm good enough. I'm going to get there. If you decide that you're going to be a provider husband or whatever the case may be, you go for what it is that you want, and you don't listen to the world, the shadow, the darkness that wants to tell you that you're not good enough. And a lot of times people fall into self-development, and in their inner work journeys, they get to this constantly trying to heal this thing. And it's like they're constantly trying to heal this money wound, right? They're constantly trying to heal this relationship wound. And sometimes you have to realize these wounds are the darkness that are trying to trap you into constantly thinking that something's wrong with you, constantly thinking that you have to heal yourself, constantly thinking that you have to fix yourself, constantly thinking that something's wrong with you. Nothing is wrong with you. You do not constantly need to fix yourself. And the energy has to be different. If you're thinking of fix, you're in the wrong energy, because there's nothing to fix. You are perfect in God's eyes. You are worthy in God's eyes. Your relationship and your connection with yourself needs to mirror that, because right now you're mirroring a relationship that part of you is telling you that you're not worthy, and you're believing it and you're listening to it. And so you're going out into the life to try and make yourself worthy by trying to lose weight, trying to make more money, trying to get into a relationship, but you're just mirroring, matching, listening to that original shadow energy that's telling you that you're not good enough. You need to get above that and shine light on the piece, on the part that feels like nothing that you do is good enough. You have to love that thing. Bring it home, bring it on home, because the moral of the story is, the truth of the story is that everybody is worthy. Everybody is good enough. Everybody has their own algorithm. Everybody has their own thing, and they can't see it. So I just wanted to put y'all up on game with that, because it's a very slippery slope, especially if you're doing healing work, especially if you're doing inner work, where you'll be thinking like, oh, I'll make money when I solve my money wound. Sometimes you don't even have, like, you could have solved the money wound, but you're so used to looking at yourself as broken that you keep manifesting broken. You know what I'm saying? So at some point you have to see yourself fixed. You have to see yourself healed. You have to see yourself whole in order for you to manifest whole. How do you manifest fixed from broken? How do whole has to be manifested from whole. If in my mind's eye I see something broken, how can I create something that's fixed? I have to see something fixed in order to create something that's fixed. Meaning, if this lighter is broken, in my mind's eye, this lighter is cut in half. How am I going to fix it if in my mind it's broken? It's broken. I can't fix it unless maybe this lighter is broken, maybe it's not broken, but in my mind it's fixed. Now I have a visual to go off in my mind of, okay, well, if maybe I can just attach these two pieces because I can see it whole in my mind. You have to see yourself whole in order to be whole, but you can't continue to see yourself broken and then go out and keep trying to fix that brokenness. You're just going to continue breaking. You're going to continue this old healing thing, this journey. The journey is never going to end. At some point, you just got to decide, baby, I'm fixed. Shit. I'm healed. Whew. It's done. Thank you, God. And then, of course, you'll start the next journey or whatever. But it's all about seeing yourself and having that growth from a fixed, from a whole, from a healed space. And not trying to fix yourself to be healed. You heal to heal. You don't fix to heal. You are healed, so you're healed. That's what we have to begin to understand. And that's where inner power really comes in, where you are able to command certain things over your life, because these are what they are. These are what they are. The world wants to parrot you something different all day. The world wants you to have zero power so that you can get your power and validation through the world. If you continue to get your power and validation through the world, you continue to feed the world. You continue to feed corporations. You continue to feed companies. You continue to feed people. You continue to feed families through your own insecurity. You need these corporations, companies, products, movies, music, in order to make you feel good and whole. Do you understand what I'm saying? So don't wait for the world to fill you up. Fill yourself up and then fill the world up. And then most people just jump on your bandwagon. If you're on your bandwagon, most people just jump on your bandwagon. Then some people are just haters because they hate themselves. You know what I'm saying? So they may not, they might talk trash or whatever, but even when you wasn't feeling yourself, even when you wasn't whole, even when you were broken and not fixed, they was hating. A hater gonna hate, gonna hate, gonna hate, gonna hate, because they hate themselves. There's nothing you can do about it. It's there in the negative and it's there in the positive. It just is. And we pray for them and we decide to show them the light, like, baby, you are not broken. You are healed and you are fixed. So that's what I really wanted to drop off for you guys today. You are fixed. You are healed. You are not broken. You cannot fix yourself from a broken state. You must recognize and see yourself healed. You must recognize and see yourself fixed in order to cause any sort of outward change, in order to manifest that. What you see here is what manifests. So I don't think that you're going to see fixed here and then see broken here and then manifest something fixed in front of you. That's not how the algorithm works, babe. That's not how it works. Okay, read a couple of books, because that ain't it. You got to see it in order to manifest it. So that's my video for you guys. Be careful of that loophole when it comes to inner work, when it comes to healing. Make sure that you are always reminding yourself, like, just have some days where you're just loving everything that you do. Well, you're just loving everything that you do. Because the other day I was scrolling through my phone, right? And I was looking at some old videos. And this video, me and my weight, is always a thing. I'm like over it. But I scrolled on this video and it was like maybe a year and a half ago. And I just felt like I was so much smaller. Like I was so much smaller. I was like, oh, wow. Like, whoa. Like I literally got shocked when I scrolled over to the video. I was like, oh, shit. And then I just was like, wow. Wow. I was just like blown away, because at that time I remembered I was unhappy with my weight. I was unhappy with how I looked. And me being so unhappy caused me to manifest me being unhappy with this body now. No, but seriously, like, caused me to manifest exactly what I was unhappy with. And now when I go back and I look at it, there was nothing wrong to begin with. There was nothing wrong. But when I saw that video, I was shocked at how I looked, but then I remembered how I felt about myself at that time. And now when I look at me today, I can't help but to have compassion, because I was seeing, I was fixed and I was healed and I was fine. I was popping, actually. But I saw, when I looked at myself, I saw that I was broken. I saw myself broken. And then I manifested. It's interesting words, because I'm working on it now. So right now I'm realizing I have to see myself as perfect in order, or perfect or fixed or happy or in the body that I desire, in order for me to be able to manifest that. Because what I see, how I see myself, not what I see, how I see myself is how I manifest myself to be. How I see myself right now is how I manifest myself to be. I also remember back when I was in college, there was I didn't like the school or whatever, right? So for like a couple of years, I was just like a Debbie Downer. And it took me a while to like get into the school. So when I look back on it now, it's like, man, you was at a popping place in your life, but you kept thinking that something was wrong and you wouldn't allow yourself to fully enjoy it. So you end up like stealing joy from your life in the now, because something's always wrong. And then you end up manifesting that damn wrong. And then you're going to look back in the future and be like, damn, nothing was wrong. That's the end of my reel for you guys, my rant for y'all. I appreciate it. I hope that this video finds you well. I hope that this video finds you whole and healed. Love you guys. Peace. Ooh, ow. Peace.